Let's also talk about what's going on in semiconductors today. We talked about Intel reporting this week, but we've got a call on the chip industry from Barclays, which is upgrading its outlook on AMD and Qualcomm to overweight and downgrading Applied Materials to underweight, and the stocks there are moving accordingly. Blaine Curtis, the analyst here, sort of saucy in the note. I enjoyed the tone here. Talked about being negative last year on semiconductors broadly and sort of getting attacked by some retail investors, and now finding themselves getting positive here. And they said, we've seen other downturns within chips. They're not quite as cheap as they were in past downturns, but it sounds like that they are cheap enough. We underestimated the amount of money that wanted to move into semis. We don't see the group testing October lows, according to Curtis in this note.
And the analysts also just doubling down this thesis in the marketplace that AMD will continue to take market share from an Intel, which ties back to what I mentioned earlier on the show. We might see one more reset on guidance from Intel when they report earnings later in the week. I believe it's Thursday after the close. Intel is really not expected to be back in a leadership position on chips until 2025. And then even then, that leadership potential may not be as wide as some investors think.
Well, it comes back to also something else that we were talking about earlier, in AI. And that was part of this as well, saying that for NVIDIA, at least, they're still a leader in GPU/AI, analysts writing there. And then you think about what this would also mean more broadly internationally. You look to China. China, the reopening there, they're saying is a big theme for 2023. Qualcomm would be one of the winners in that category here. So, even within this kind of wide-ranging look at semiconductors, which were battered in 2022, it seems like there's now starting to get some nibbling on that rebound on some of the tailwinds, at least, of what AI could mean for everything from the data center even to the pieces of technology that we operate within on a daily, day in, day out basis, but then also regionally what this could mean and particularly in China, as they're looking to see Qualcomm as a clear leader at the high end there.
That was a really nice ratings graphic by our very own Connor Hickey, who gets up very early in the morning to make these things. I think he's on the train after me over in Babel, Long Island. So good to see graphics like that. That's really helpful.
You're on the train at the same time, are you not?
No, we're not on the same train. He doesn't want to. No, he takes, I think, the 10-minute one after me. It comes by.
Oh, I didn't know there were trains that frequent.
But look, up early, you get great graphics like this.
It's true. We had that whole period of time where every chip maker we talked to was talking about automakers, and chips that go into autos. That's still a big part of the conversation, and AI has been a part of the conversation, but it feels like they're really going to be pushing that narrative more and more as it becomes more part of the brunch conversation. For example, Brad, AMD, by the way, reports not tomorrow, but next Tuesday. So we're going to be watching those numbers closely.
I'm so pumped.
Coming as they will after Intel. He's really pumped. He's always pumped.